Welcome to this short video on our latest analytics workbook, brought to you by the team at Mayden. Our analytics service helps iaptus users to unlock the information in your datasets and reveal valuable insights. In this video, we will walk you through how to use the Questionnaires workbook, which has been designed to provide information on questionnaires submitted to iaptus. It is currently limited to questionnaires or questions within questionnaires, which could be submitted as part of either the talking therapies or MHS datasets in the 606 or 607 tables, and are included in either the talking therapy recovery calculations or the CYP outcomes calculations. To access workbooks in iaptus, navigate to Reports and then to the Dashboards tab. You will see a list of all the workbooks available to your service. If you do not see the Dashboards tab, please talk to your super user and ask them to make dashboards available to you. As with all workbooks, Questionnaires opens with a welcome cover page to navigate through the different dashboards. In this case, we have Status, IAP Recovery, CYP Outcomes and WASAs. At the top right there is a dataset version dropdown, where you can select which dataset version you'd like to look at. If you have more than one dataset available to you, the selection will be the default we have for your service, which will affect all workbooks. If you'd like a different default, please contact your account manager via a support log, and we will make the necessary changes. Above the title, there may on occasion be some orange text which we use to highlight information to you. For example, this is a beta workbook, or this workbook is missing certain data we want to make you aware of, or highlighting that this is a workbook that's going to be removed at some point. Click on a blue button to navigate through to a particular dashboard, for example, the status dashboard. The status page provides a list of all the dashboards in the workbook and whether there are any issues with it. Rather than issues affecting the whole workbook, which will be highlighted on the cover, the status page holds information that affects a particular dashboard within the workbook. When you first open the iaptus recovery dashboard, there may not be any patient selected. This would be indicated by brackets around the patient ID in the dropdown. To select a patient, either choose to look at all referrals or referrals received, ended or open within a particular period. The list of patient IDs will update depending upon your selection. Then click on the patient ID you'd like to view and press the play button. This loads the information for your selected patient. You can use the filter options available in order to restrict the list of patients selected. To remove all the filters, press the Reset Filters icon. Once your patient has been selected and loaded, the top left box shows all the referrals for that patient, the referral number, the referral date and discharge date, along with the allocated care professional, the referral duration in days, and the number of treatment appointments. Please remember that not all referrals for a patient may be loaded into this area. For this patient, the first referral we have is number 3. This is because we have applied a date restriction on the overnight extracts so that we are not displaying too much historical data which will slow dashboards. The cutoff date for your service is shown on the information button. If you need to adjust this date, please contact your account manager via a support log. The charts show initially with all the scores for that patient loaded. There is a chart for PHQ-9, for GAD, and, if applicable, for any ADSMs collected. Here we have 2 ADSMs, HAI and PDSS. You can use the drop-down or the arrow to move between the different ADSM scores. Underneath each of the charts is a series of dots which represent any contacts with the color showing the attendance. The rings represent the scores collected so you can see when scores are collected as part of a contact, or, if the ring isn't around a dot, when a score is collected outside a contact. The green and red dotted vertical lines represent the referral's start and end date. In order to see recovery text for a referral, please select a referral from the list. You may see a message, "No recovery calculations were carried out on this referral." Please select an alternative referral or patient from above, in which case no calculations could be carried out for that referral, and you need to adjust the selection. When you click on the referral row, the data displayed will be limited to that associated with the selected referral. At the top right of each main dashboard, you will see some blue buttons which are designed to help you. Here we have an information button, a demo video button, and a help guide button to bring up an overlay of useful hints. The information button will identify any filters which have been applied behind the scenes that you don't have access to, or any special calculations. You will be able to access this video from the demo video button. And finally, should you wish to refer back to any of these tips, you can find a summary of this information in the help guide built into each dashboard, showing an overlay of helpful prompts. If you open a dashboard and you get a message in place of any visualizations, it is likely that the dashboard is related to a dataset that has not been selected in the parameter. Please update the dataset version or choose a different dashboard. When you first open the CYP Outcomes dashboard, there may not be any patient selected. This would be indicated by brackets around the patient ID in the dropdown. To select a patient, either choose to look at all referrals or referrals received, ended or open within a particular period. The list of patient IDs will update depending upon your selection. Then click on the patient ID you'd like to view and press the play button. This loads the information for your selected patient. You can use the filter options available in order to restrict the list of patients selected. To remove all the filters, press the Reset Filters icon. Once your patient has been selected and loaded, the top left box shows all the referrals for that patient, the referral number, the referral date and discharge date, along with the referral team, service team, allocated care professional, referral duration in days, number of appointments, and a reliable change indicator. In other words, whether the referral is showing as reliable improvement, no reliable change, reliable deterioration, or not applicable for those where we do not have enough data to do the calculation. Please remember that not all referrals for a patient may be loaded into this area. This is because we have applied a date restriction on the overnight extracts so that we are not displaying too much historical data, which will slow dashboards. The cutoff date for your service is shown on the information button. If you need to adjust this date, please contact your account manager via a support log. In order to see summary text for a referral correctly, please select a referral from the list. In the bottom left half of the dashboard, there is a list of all the different assessments where scores have been collected for that patient. Click on one item from the list to see the display of those scores on the right. Underneath each of the charts is a series of dots which represent any contacts with the color, showing the attendance with the legend in the bottom left of the dashboard. The rings represent the scores collected, dark blue for those on the currently selected assessment, and grey for any other assessment scores. If the ring is around a contact dot, the score has been collected as part of a contact, or if the ring isn't around a dot, when a score has been collected outside a contact. The green and red dotted vertical lines represent referral start and end dates. On the chart, there are two grey lines indicating the change thresholds. Once the first score for an assessment item is recorded, the change thresholds can be calculated by adding and subtracting the value from that first score. On some assessments, when the score reduces, such as for Core 10, it is an improvement, whereas for others, it shows deterioration, such as for GBO. The arrow on the chart shows the direction of improvement. Where scores sit within the white band, there hasn't been enough change in score to show any reliable change. The reliable change is calculated using the first and last scores. So, as this patient is showing the last score to be within the grey band below the change threshold, there has been reliable improvement on this assessment item. The overall change for the referral is based on all assessment items and not just this one. The WASAS dashboard shows all the work and social adjustment scale scores. If you have moved to this dashboard via the IAPT Recovery or CYP Outcomes dashboard, the patient previously selected will be displayed. You have the same filters available to select a patient, but rather than having a box showing each of the referrals, you have a drop-down box which shows the referral start dates for each referral associated with that patient. There are 5 charts for WSS: work, private leisure activities, relationships, home management, social leisure activities, and also one for the total. Like the previous dashboard, you have a chart showing the score and then one showing the contacts with attendance, and a ring identifying when scores are collected. The work chart can have a value of 9, which is above the maximum, which means not available. This value is not included in the total score, and as it is displayed on the chart, we do not show a trend line which would be skewed by these values. We are always looking for new ways to support your work, reduce the burden of administration, and deliver the best care to patients. If there are any new features you'd like to see added to this or any other workbook, please contact us via support logs or iaptus innovations, and we'd be more than happy to talk through the details with you.